Welcome students, and today we are going to discuss about section 80 E series. Oh, E series include 4 sections, right? 80 E, 80 EE, 80 EEA, 80 EEB. So listen till the end so that you will be clear about all these sections. Obviously very important from exams too. First section, what it is. Hey, when you are taking a loan for higher education, higher education does not mean that you are sitting on the top of the floor and studying. No. So what is higher education? Till 12th class we call it as secondary education, and after 12th class we call it as higher education. That means your degree PG comes under higher education. Your medical education for doctors, the students are there who are doing MBBS, BAMS, BHMS, right? That all comes under higher education. So if you are taking a loan, education loan for higher education, then great thing about it, income tax give you deduction for the interest paid. Under which section? 80E. Okay. Now we have to understand who will get the deduction. So see, individual will get the deduction. Who will get? Individual will get the deduction. Now sir, resident individual या non-resident? अरे यार, education है, government is not that. So it will give deduction to resident as well as non-resident. Citizen or not a citizen, still you will get the deduction. Okay, great sir. But sir, where we should take the loan? If I take the loan from my uncle, will I get deduction? No. If you take from your uncle, auntie, chacha, pupa, no deduction. If you take the loan from specified institutions, then only you will get the deduction. Sir, what is this specified institution? So that institutions which are mentioned are covered under Banking Regulations Act 1949. Sarji means, arey banks baba, why you are taking tension? Like Andhra, Union Bank, State Bank, HDFC, ICICI. So these are the banks from where you take the loan. Example only, right? So any bank which is covered under Banking Regulations Act 1949, or there is one section called as section 51 of same Banking Regulations Act. If any institution is covered under that, then you will get the deduction. Now, next thing is, if you take the loan from approved charitable institutions. Now, what are approved charitable institutions? I don't know, you don't know. Okay, just joking, right? But still, section 1023D gives the list of institutions which are approved. Actually 1023 is about education only. So if you satisfy, if any institution, any charitable institution, trust satisfies the conditions under 1023D and gets the registration from income tax, so then obviously they will be approved by CBDT. So we call them as approved charitable institutions or trusts. So you actually get deduction if you take a loan from such approved charitable institutions. And next thing, if the institution is covered under 80G subsection 2 clause A. So now you may get a question, sir, do we have to remember every institution's name? Every bank's name? The answer is absolutely no. No need to remember anything. If they tell that, sir, you have taken education loan from specified institution or approved charitable trust, like that they will give. Or they will tell that you took the loan from State Bank or ICICI Bank, like that they will tell. They will not ask you the list of the institutions and all. Don't worry. Okay? Yes, sir. Relaxed. Now understand what is the purpose of this loan. Purpose is education. Which education? Higher education is the purpose. About 12th class, more than 12th class, degree or PG. Okay? Yes, sir. Absolutely yes. Now you can take the education for yourself. Suppose you wrote CAT and are selected for IIM. It is wonderful if you can do that. But suppose you are selected and then you are thinking, I don't have money, sir. How can I join IIM? 16 to 20 lakhs fees. Arey, why you are worrying? banks will touch your feet and give loan to you. Okay, don't get stressed. Just concentrate on education and crack CAT. That's enough. Okay, so you can take education loan for yourself. Or sometimes what happens, if you are a responsible person in the family, that means you are earning person in the family, you want to educate your wife, or your wife wants you to do higher education some way, anyhow, it's both are possible now, right? So in that case also, the person who has taken the loan will get deduction. You may take education for your children. Now children may be dependent or not dependent, does not matter at all. Okay, still you will get the deduction. Okay, yes sir, we understood. Then if you are a legal guardian for somebody, like sometimes you adopted a child, or there is some government scheme where we can say there are some many children who don't have parents. So what you did, you went to the government institution and you became a sponsor for that child. So for sponsored children also, if you have taken a loan, then definitely you will get deduction under 80E. Okay. Then how much deduction? On what we will get deduction? See, you have taken a loan, right? You have to pay principal as well as interest. Yes, sir. So on the interest component, you will get the deduction. On what you will get the deduction? Interest component. Come on, try to remember. Interest component only you will get the deduction. Oh, sir, wonderful. Okay. Now the question comes. Sir, we should pay, or is it allowed on due basis also? The answer is, it is allowed as deduction only on payment basis. So you pay in the previous year any interest, you will get the deduction. But please remember, the payment should be out of taxable income. Sir, but this year we did not earn any income. Arey, why you are worrying? If you would have earned in past year, from that income, if you have filed the returns, if you are paying interest this year, still you will get the deduction. But don't worry, it's just provision. Nobody checks. Okay? You pay, you will get the deduction. But for exam purpose, we have to write like this. Okay. So you understood, right? Now, for how much period you will get the deduction? Period is, suppose you started paying this year. So you will get deduction for this previous year. Right? And you can pay that for still 7 more years. That means current plus 7, 8 years. 8 years you will be allowed deduction. But sir, if I pay, then only I will be allowed, right? Arey, obviously, when you pay, you will be allowed. Otherwise, you will not be allowed. So that means the period for which I am paying interest, yes. Or 8 years, including first year, yes. And whichever is earlier, absolutely right. You are so intelligent here. Excellent. So deduction is allowed for a period which is earlier of the following two. What are they? The period for which you are paying interest, or 8 years, whichever is earlier, you will get the deduction. Simple, clear. Education loan? Yes, sir. Shall we go to housing loan? See, wonderful thing about this section is, did they put any limitation? They did not put any limitation. Suppose I am going to IIM Ahmedabad for doing any executive program. So after 5 to 10 years of work experience, you can shift to IIM Ahmedabad or any other IIM to do 1 year postgraduate MBA programs. Nothing wrong in it. If I have bank balance of 1 crore, still I will go for loan. Why? Because I will pay interest and for that I will get the deduction. Moreover, interest on education loan is less. Moreover, I will get tax benefits too. Moreover, whatever cash I am able to maintain in my bank, I can reinvest and get the same returns or more returns. So it's always preferable to take education loans. Now come to 80EE. Okay, yes sir. What 80EE talks about? 80EE talks about housing loan. What? Housing loan. Given to whom? अब हाउस कौन बनाते हैं भाई? सर इंडिविजुअल्स. So only for individuals, whether resident or not, you will get the deduction. For whom? If you are a resident, individual, resident or not, you will get the deduction. Second thing, if you take a loan for construction or purchase of residential house, construction or purchase of residential house, yes sir, but the loan should be taken from financial institutions. हाँ मैं फूफा से लिया साहब, हमारा चिच्चा लोन देके गया, नो डिडक्शन बाबा. If you take the loan from specified financial institutions, then only you will get the deduction for housing loan interest. What I said? Housing loan interest. Okay. So what should be the loan amount? Sir, loan amount cannot be more than 35 lakhs, sir. What should be the construction cost of the house? Sir, not more than 50 lakhs. Then only you will get the deduction. Okay? Yes, sir. Again, I am repeating. Suppose I took a loan of 36 lakhs. Will I get deduction under this section? The answer is no. Sir, if I have constructed the house and the construction cost is 60 lakhs, will I get deduction? No, because more than 50 lakhs. That means for poor middle class family members only, middle class people only, this type of benefit is given. Right? Not for the rich segment of the society. Clear? For affordable housing only, this type of benefit is given. Are you clear what I said? And when you take the loan, you should not have any other residential house property in your name. Sir, can we do setting? Not possible. Right? In the olden times, settings were done. Right? But now because of centralization of data, it is not possible. So don't try to cheat government. Okay? When they are legally giving some benefit, take it. Yes, sir. So when you take the loan, at that time, no residential property should be there in your name. Moreover, I forgot to tell, I will share this point. This loan should be taken in the previous year 16-17. That means what? In the previous year 16-17 means what? Sir, from 1st April 2016 to 31st March 2017. If you have taken the loan during this period, then only you will get deduction under 80E. Come on, try to remember. Yes, sir. So what should be the loan amount? Not more than 35 lakhs. What is the cost of residential building? Not more than 50 lakhs. And should you have any other residential property to take benefit under this section? No, you should not have any. So how much deduction will get, sir? Please tell me. You will get the deduction of whatever amount of interest you paid. Principal, you will not get deduction here. Only interest you will get deduction here. Okay, sir. How much? Actual amount of interest or 50,000, whichever is lower. Kitna ji bolo jaldi se? Actual amount of interest or rupees 50,000, whichever is lower. Actual amount of interest or rupees 50,000, whichever is lower. But sir, what about the principal amount, sir? Why you are getting so disappointed, my dear? Principal amount will be allowed as deduction under 80C. Last video you did not watch, please watch the video. Okay, so you will remember the points. Done? So principal you will get deduction under 80C. Interest you are getting deduction under 80E. How much? 80EE. How much? Amount of interest or 50,000, whichever is lower. Very good. Now we will come to the conclusions. What they said? They said that, sir, if you got deduction for interest under 80EE, you cannot take the benefit of deduction under any other section. Oh, but what are that other sections? Other sections are 80EEA or section 24. 80EEA or section 24. So that means if you take benefit of deduction under this section, you should not claim deduction under 24 section or 80EEA section. Okay. Ha, sir. Now we understood. Okay. Now suppose your loan is 30 lakhs. I'm just giving a hypothetical example for you to understand. Okay. Yes. So loan is 30 lakhs and rate of interest is suppose 10%. So what is the yearly interest? 3 lakhs. Yes or no? Yes, sir. Now the question arises. So how much deduction? 3 lakhs or 50, whichever is lower. So only 50,000 you are getting deduction here. My God, too less, right? Don't worry. You can claim 2 lakhs deduction under 2 lakhs up to 2 lakhs deduction under section 24, 2 lakhs deduction under section 24 and again 50,000 under 80EE. Oh, like this is possible? Yes. Suppose example, I will tell you one more example for you to understand. Suppose you have taken 15 lakhs loan only. 1 lakh 50 deduction is there. So you took 2 lakhs, up to 2 lakhs you can take under section 24. House property chapter, if you have not seen, for that also I have made the video. So you can watch that. So 1 lakh 50 you took the deduction under 24 only. Now when you have taken the deduction under section 24 already, entire interest you got the deduction. Can you take it here? The answer is no. Right? No double deduction. Let out property under section 24 unlimited, right? So कोई problem ही नहीं है. Yes, sir. And when you are paying interest, it should be out of taxable income. Interest when you are paying, it should be out of what? Taxable income. Okay? Then only you will get the benefit of deduction. Taxable income may be relating to this year or last year, but yes, this section is not checked much in detail. So don't worry. Okay. This much for 80EE. Now next section is 80EEA. But please remember what I said relating to section 24 till now, same examples apply to 80EEA also. So we will now understand 80EEA in detail. Now when we are talking about again interest on residential house, don't get confused. Okay, I'll discuss in detail. I'll even do a little comparison for you. Okay, yes sir. Now deduction is given for whom? Sir, individual, resident or non-resident. So in 80EE also same. Yes sir, there also individual, resident, non-resident. Here also individual, resident, non-resident. There 80EE loan for residential purpose. Here also loan for residential purpose. Yes sir. Whatever institutions are mentioned under 80EE, specified institutions for taking loan, from same institution you should have taken loan. So you will feel, sir, dono to same hai. Is it a copy paste? No. That is 80EE section, double E section, and this is 80EEA. Sir, क्या फालतू का comparison करें? Wait, there are many others. Okay, so what they said that in 80EE we discussed that loan should be taken only in 16-17. याद आया? And here you can see during 1st April 2019 to 31st March 2021. So what you understood कि सर वहां पीरियड 16-17 था, यहाँ पीरियड 19 to 21 है. Absolutely right. Now we'll see the next thing. Construction cost here under 80EEA should not be more than 45 lakhs. What they said? Construction cost under 80EEA should not be more than 45 lakhs. याद आ गया अभी? There it was 50 lakhs, sir. Here 80EEA 45 lakhs, sir. Absolutely right. You are thinking correctly. And both sections say one thing, that at the time of taking loan, you should not have any other residential house property. दोनों में भी common है. Yes, sir. And moreover, 80EEA says that if you have taken deduction there, you will not get deduction here. You know, right? This way they tell. So what they want to tell, that you claim deduction under that section or this section, but not under both. So if you have already taken under 80EE the benefit, you lose the privilege to take deduction under 80EEA. Yes, yes, sir. Now you may be shocked, sir. Loan amount there 35 lakhs, right? Here they did not specify. So in 80EEA they did not take how much loan you should take. So obviously cost of the property is 45 lakhs. So loan should not be more than 45 lakhs, right? That's what we can assume. But law did not specify what should be the loan amount under 80EEA. Yes, sir. Under 80EE, 35 lakhs. Here, loan amount not specified. Okay. What is the deduction under 80EEA? Sir, amount of interest or 1,50,000, whichever is higher. कौन बोला? गलत. Whichever is lower. So whenever income tax gives deduction, they give lower of the following two. What it is? Actual amount of interest or rupees 1,50,000, whichever is lower. Clear? Yes, sir. Super clear. Last thing which I will share with you, comparatively, you try to remember that there how much was the maximum deduction? 80E. Sir, 50 only, sir. Here, sir, 1,50,000. Yes. In government gave wonderful benefit here. And you all remember, right? This is in addition to deduction under section 24. If you have paid interest more, you can claim deduction more under this section because of section 24 also. So if you have taken any deduction under other sections, don't take it here. It is clearly understood for you. Suppose example, here I will tell you loan amount is 35 lakhs and interest is 10%. So what is the interest? Sir, 3,50,000. So you can take 2 lakhs under section 24 and 1,50,000 under this section. So any problem? Sir, no problem at all. Suppose your loan is 40 lakhs and interest is 4 lakhs. Then you will get 2 lakhs there, 1,50,000 here, balance 50, you cannot claim deduction. This way you should practically connect to the sections. Unless and until you compare sections and analyze the things, you will never be able to remember. So this is a comparative study for your understanding. Things would have become better for you to understand. Now let us go to गाड़ी चलाएंगे. So if you are purchasing an electric vehicle, you will get deduction. What? Sir, if we purchase electric vehicle, we are protecting environment. And more than that, we are also going to get income tax deduction. Yes, not only that, the registration cost of electric vehicles is very less compared to petrol-based vehicle. Now, environmental warriors you have to become. But anyhow, we'll become environmental warriors later on. We'll understand 80EEB now. Okay? So come on students, tell me, what is the section we are going to study? 80EEB. What it talks about? Sir, if you have taken electric vehicle, maybe a bike or a car, on EMI basis and we are paying interest for it, there you will get the deduction. Okay. Is it given to any assessee? Sir, no sir, it is given to individual, resident or non-resident only, sir. Okay. From where you should take the loan? Sir, loan should be taken from any financial institution. Oh, any financial institution? Sir, any financial institution. Means what? It may be a bank or NBFC. Okay, it may be bank or NBFC. Like Kotak Bank, HDFC Bank, ICICI Bank or Bajaj Finance, Aditya Birla Capital, TVS Finance, Mahindra Finance, So even electric car manufacturing companies also have their, hey, Tata Capital is also there for finance facilities. So you can take from there also. Any financial institutions means any financial institution, but please remember it should be financial institution. Sir, हमने तो ताऊ से लिया है loan. No deduction. So financial institution you should take the loan. Okay. So from which period? So they gave a period that you should have taken the loan from 1st April 2019. From which date? From 1st April 2019 till 31st March 2023. So you could have taken the loan during any of these periods from 1st April 2019 to 31st March 2023. So 1920, 2021, 2122, 2223. 4 previous years you take electric vehicles on EMI basis, you pay interest, you will get deduction. How much? Sir, whatever interest we are paying or 1,50,000, whatever interest we are paying or 1,50,000, whichever is lower. क्या बोला हमें? Whatever interest you are paying or 1,50,000, whichever is lower. Now you claim deduction under 80EEB. Can you get deduction under any other section? So the answer is no. There is no double deduction. So once you claim deduction under this section, you cannot claim deduction under any other section. For your kind information, there is no section which will give deduction for this purposes. Okay. So 80EEB is the only option. फिर भी government has to write the law. So they wrote, if you take the deduction under this section, don't take deduction under any other section. So enjoyed? Yes. Become environmental warriors. So we completed this 80E series. We completed this video too today. And I hope that you enjoyed it. Next video will be on 80G, that is donations. That would be very, very important and critical thing to understand. So do connect to the channel by subscribing and do press the bell icon. So we'll meet in the next video. Obviously, sharing is caring.